Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in Rust, and we're talking about the Rust console beta for PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Oh, I'm here with RazorTube. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi. He's from the BoiFriendSquad. That's me, Jade Monkey, RazorTube over there, and BioLazer. That forms the old BoiFriendSquad. I think we've got the right there. That should look familiar. Bam! We do all kinds of open world survival games from the PC to the console, but we do main on console. And we are talking today specifically about the TC clue that's out there. I don't know. It's been going around the internet. I don't really know how to what to call it or how to address it, but and it's cool that people are excited about it. And I hope that this comes out, sooner than later. I believe me, I don't want this to be delayed. I don't want this to take long. I want this to be out. Razor wants this to be out. We want to play this so freaking bad. But there's been some rumors that go around, or have been going around for a while, and I did do a video on this before, but I think it's worth mentioning as we're creeping up on that said third quarter pretty soon. There's a TC thing, and people have been talking about, is it a clue? Is it not a clue? We don't know yet. So coming up to the tool cupboard here, it's right there at the top. Let me see if can I get close to it? Are we there? Did I get it? It's right there at the top. I'll put my reticle on top. I'll turn off the, there we go. It says Rust beta release date. And it looks like what some people are saying is a Q3. And they're like, is that an Xbox symbol? And I could see that too, but it's really not, because this has been in the game for a long time, years even, and this is more or less a dig on the developers, saying that Half-Life 3 will come out and then this will come out of beta for the PC. This is currently out right now for the PC and is still being developed on, and is also currently being developed for the console, as you know. I mean, if you're here, you're probably like, yeah, guy, we know. We just want to play the beta. But this here is just making a reference or digging on the developers saying, yeah, this will come out when Half-Life 3 comes out. Hey, guess what? Half-Life 3 isn't out. And they were talking about the Rust beta coming out of alpha at the time, so they're basically just bagging on themselves, kind of like, hey, I'm a teabag, check it out. So one of the other things is, and we talked about this before, and I know Razor's talked about it, and I've made a video on this, but it's possible it could come out in the third quarter, but it is 100% happenstance. There's no possible way, when this came into the game, that they knew that they would be in this bracket. Like, to have, even to predict one studio, let alone two studios, to line up and say, on this day, I'm going to eat a salad bar, and I'm going to have the Kansas City Scoots. Like, you just don't know, man. Like, you can't predict that kind of stuff. It's crazy. So, like, if it does fall on that date, it's happenstance. Honestly, I think the only thing Razor and I or anybody cares about is that this comes out sooner than later. And you've heard me say it a lot. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I hope that we're all wrong, and I hope that Gary's like, guess what, B? It's out today. And be like, cool, man, everybody take some time off. Let's get stupid. Let's crash the servers. Let's do this beta.
Yeah, I just think too, like when you have this kind of misinformation on the internet, and you got a community such as like the console community between Xbox and PlayStation, since it's such a big community and there's millions and millions of people, and you throw stuff like this out on the internet, it's kind of hard to, like, I don't know, manage and be like, oh, that's not true, because you have somebody put that out there and like, oh, okay, this is what quarter it comes out in. Just like Jade Monkey saying, if it does happen in Q3, that is like the most luckiest thing that has happened.
It's coincidence, 100%.
Yeah.
It's like, and I don't think people are trying to misinform people. I just think that people are excited, and I get that, because like, we want nothing more than to have this come out. We wanted this nothing more since 2013, when we've been playing on this game, and yeah, we're beyond excited for it. So unfortunately, as it stands, that logo is not a thing. Or that's not a clue for when it's coming out. It's actually just a dig that the developers have. And I actually have a reference here of the Half-Life logo to show you that that's what that symbol is. It's not a floppy Xbox symbol, although I wish it was. And they're just making a dig on themselves. You know what I mean?
Floppy.
Yeah, it does. It's like,
Funny.
floppy. So we do have a lot of information out there. Things like, okay, so one of the things that we do, and that's RazorTube, and again, I'm Jade Monkey. We talk a lot about the commit list that's currently out there, and some of the things. When we do find things that are compelling, that we think are very close or actual clues to what's coming out, things like crossplay between PlayStation 4 and Xbox. I'll go ahead and link that now in the upper right-hand corner. You heard that right. Doodle-loop. Go ahead and check that out. And there will not be crossplay between PC and console, but that video helps describe that, or it's one of the finds that we came up with. So like when we do find these clues, we like to pass it along as quickly as possible because I'd like to think you guys are excited like we are. So, you know, things like that. Actually, let's talk about, well, why we take this down since this is not.
Yeah, let's squash this rumor.
Let's squash it, baby. And I don't know, like, I don't think it's a malicious thing. I really don't. I just think people are excited about it. And I could see, like, if you hadn't played the game a lot, or even noticed, I think you would really, ooh, baby. I could feel that raid. Yeah. Yeah, how cool is this game, though, like, for real? Oh, he's got it. And what's really cool is, like, this game keeps getting developed, even on the main branch, the release version. It's all good, and like we're trying to keep everything up to date, keep you guys going with the whole console thing, but more specifically like the actual things that have been going on. Like more recently we just got done with the vehicle beta. That has been an absolute blast. That's coming to that's so rowdy. It's coming to the console. Whether it's released or not, whether it will be in release. But whether or not it's during the beta is another question. But again, we've got videos on that too. Or actually, I've got a video on that. I forget what it's titled, but I talk specifically about potential windows for release dates as it stands now, at least when RazorTube and I are recording this. I'll go ahead and link that now in the upper right-hand corner. I think that's called release date windows, something like that. Anyways. Yeah, so let's talk about price. This is just one of the things that comes up quite a bit. RazorTube and I hear a lot from a lot of people like, hey man, what's the price of this? It's 40 bones on Steam. I don't think this game will be anything above 40 bucks. I'm like, that's kind of a big jump. And I get it, like, we're in turbulent times right now. Things are really tight with the current condition that everybody's in, the world's in. But this is one of the few games where I would say, and this is me personally, go ahead and pre-order it. And full price is great because this game is going to be a game you're going to play a lot. If you like open world survival, this is the one, dude. This is the one. This is the studio. This is the team that's going to make this thing happen. I mean, like, not to harp on Ark or anything, but, like, you know games where you play open world survival, you enjoy it on console, and then only to realize that exploits are plaguing the game and the developers can't keep up with it. You know what I'm talking about? This is the game studio. Like, not only is this a fantastic game, I can't say that enough, but I really think that this is going to be the studio that's going to help support a great open world survival title on the console, because one of the main reasons why we want to play on the console and why we main on console, I'm just going to say it, is because the hacker problem on PC sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I can't.
It's bad.
Yeah, like not to mention our communities over on console. There's so many people over there. It's super fun to play. And moreover, like there's no hackers over there, so I can't imagine playing this game with no hackers, but we're about to. Anyways, the point is, this would be the game that supports it, because the one thing that can ruin any game is hackers, and no support from the developers to cap exploits, because exploits can become just as bad as hacking. But anyways, I'm not going to harp on that too much. I don't want to poo-poo on the PC community, because I love games in general. I love PC gaming, but we also like console gaming as well, for obvious reasons. And anyway,
we do main on console too. So
yes.
just an FYI, we the Boyfriend Squad all play on console, and we've played on it for years. We've also played PC for years. And when we talk about a game or title like Rust coming out for the console, honestly, I've had some of my PC friends go, "Hey man, how much do you think it's gonna be on console?" I'm thinking about picking up a console.
Yeah,
like,
honestly, yeah. I think it's going to be full.
so
Yeah, I think it's going to be full price. I think it's going to be 60 USD. And honestly, I think this will be one of the game. This will be the only game I pre-order for the year. I've been duped by AAA studios far too many times. This is the one game that I know it's solid right now, and they're going to continue to support it like they do Minecraft. I mean, shoot, we just said earlier, we literally just got done playing the vehicle beta, And that's amazing. Like, you think this game's awesome now? Wait till you see how crazy it is with modular vehicles. It's
Oh, it's
insanity.
awesome.
It's insanity times 20. Like,
And think about the mini copters on top of that that are already existing in the game. It's awesome, dude. If you guys haven't caught us on our live streams, like almost every night on the beta the car beta since it's come out, like literally check it out. It's a blast. There's ambushes, there's PvP, there's like just
carjackings.
yeah, carjacking. There's just insane situations that would have never even existed in Rust if we didn't have the cars. And now that they actually exist, they're modular and we can build on them and make our own types of cars.
It's so.
It
It's just.
changes it changes everything from looting to PvP to raiding to building. It changes so many different aspects of the game. I can't even go into how it affects Rust as a whole.
It's awesome, and just knowing that we're in the first leg of it, and it's only going to get better, and that's going to be in our console version is amazing. It's not a mod; it's all vanilla Rust. That all this stuff is coming for us soon, and like that's why we're trying to like cover and tell you guys, you know, what we think is coming, what we found, maybe what's not necessarily true, but yeah, the vehicles are freaking incredible. Like I can't wait for everybody to see this game, to play it, for us to be playing together as a group. And just to have probably one of the best experiences for an open world survival on console. So yeah, I'm ecstatic beyond ecstatic. So I would say, if you're gonna save up for anything this year, I'd say cancel any other AAA games pre-orders and just buy this game. Honestly, like I'm not getting paid by any of these people. Neither of us are.
No.
We're just a couple of dudes on the internet that like to clap cheeks on live servers.
Yeah, and we love open world survival. We've played pretty much all of any type of open world survival, from DayZ to Ark, Conan, all those games. I'm telling you right now, this game is going to break the mold. This one will break it. It's the Halo 2 of the console platforms.
It's going to be so good.
Oh, if you're a PlayStation player as well, I'm telling you, because you didn't have Halo 2 and you brought up in that atmosphere, that game broke the mold for FPS, and I think that this game alone is going to break the open world survival genre.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So yeah, in summation, we'll be live streaming this obviously when the beta comes out for the entire time. Both RazorTube and myself and the Boyfriend Squad. That's also BioLazer as well. He'll be joining us, and we'll be streaming this non-freaking stop. And we'll also be making this as soon as it's released later on this year, 2020. So we thought we'd give you a little update. It's a little bit of a crossover for, you know, some of the people that have been following the channel. Some of this is a repeat, but, you know, some of it's not. So hopefully you guys found it useful, helpful. Be sure to drop a like. And again, if you're down with full-grown men being idiots like myself, RazorTube, and BioLazer, consider dropping us a subscribe and turning on those notifications if you're down. And yeah, we'll be playing this as soon as it hits, and that's another good way to see when it's actually out. Because when you see us live in there, you know it's going down. So yeah, love ya, and we'll see you guys in the next live stream /video. Love your bush.